Okay, guys, here we are for another interview then with the Marshall View, and this time we've got the Padman, Steve Bates. So thank you very much, Steve, for coming on with us today. Do you want to tell people a little bit about yourself, kind of what you do?
So my name's Steve Bates. I go by on social media as Padman Steve. I'm more known as Padman Steve than my real name, to be honest, nowadays. But I train fitness people, beginners, boxers, kick martial artists from any traditional martial art to MMA.
Sure.
Some footballers, rugby players, actors, and so on. Really, I get to meet a vast variety of cool people.
Awesome, yeah, that's pretty cool. How did you get started in it then?
About 8 years ago, how it all started with the pad work. I used to do taekwondo, ITF started, TAGB.
Yeah.
And this may upset a few people, but the hands are normally rubbish in taekwondo.
Focus on the kicking, yeah.
Yeah, the kicking's really good, and the punches are, there's some bad habits. So, because I was on the competition circuit, started doing that, I decided to do a pad work course, which was funk boxing at the time.
Okay.
And the reason why I did that was, like you have your little group of mates and you train together and for competitions, etc.
Yeah,
so I thought I'll do this pad course, and then I can teach them how to do the pads, and we can all, as a group, elevate.
Like elevate the level.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So we did that, and as I was doing the course, I switched to Hatton Academy. I got a phone call or email saying that the venue's been changed. It was at the sports centre. I don't know which one of the big gyms. It's changed to Ricky Hatton's gym.
Okay.
So I was like, get in, because I thought.
Awesome, yeah, that's the result.
Yeah. So when I got there, the guys who were teaching it, a guy called John Eade, I think it was, and his wife, they were switching over because Ricky liked the course that they did, and it changed to Hatton Academy, which is what it is now.
Yeah.
So I did I don't know what to call it. I think it's like the beginners or beginners advanced, and then ended up doing elite trainer, all the courses, and then ended up on the promo video as well.
Yeah.
So I did that, and with doing that course, I could do personal training and do classes, but I didn't really go into it for that.
Okay.
So that was basically it, and then I've got two kids too. Well, I had one child at that time, and my second one was on the way.
Yeah.
So to earn a few extra quid, I decided to do a couple of one-to-ones, and then about 3 years ago, I pushed it more and joined Instagram. Someone advised me to go on Instagram.
Cool. Yeah.
I did that. I made the name Padman Steve because I thought if I make a comment or like on anything, they all know what I do straight away.
Yeah.
I thought it would and then that's it. It's kind of like snowballs from there, really.
That's cool.
Off over the last year.
Yeah. Brilliant. Why Taekwondo then? How come you got started in Taekwondo? Was it just what was available, or just did you like the kicking aspect? Or?
Well, before I'm more into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I like MMA.
Okay, cool.
And then what it was at one point I was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Thai boxing. Yeah. And I've got Crohn's disease, so I didn't know at the time. So I was getting really young, losing loads of weight. And it turned out nearly killed me, which wasn't the first time. But so I got diagnosed with that. And then when I came back, my son Lewis was doing Taekwondo. So as parents, you take him to the class, and I just thought, well, that was me rock bottom of being ill.
Yeah.
The plan was to do Taekwondo, and I thought I'll try and get a gold in a competition. So that was my goal. The black belt wasn't really my goal. I didn't get to that because the boxing was doing. It came to a point where I had to choose the boxing pad work or coaching or the Taekwondo because you've only got so much time, especially when you got a family.
Yeah.
So I did the Taekwondo and did that for 2 years. Got to think. I keep thinking red belt, but I always, in case someone catches me out and I'm wrong, I always say red stripe. I'm wrong. I think in my head, I think it got to red belt, but I think it was red stripe, and then that's when it stopped. But that's why I did it. I enjoyed it. I like taekwondo. I like the fitness. I like some of the techniques. It's just a nice little family, isn't it? What you get normally when you join them types of clubs.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, cool. And how long have you been doing the BJJ and the MMA for and things then as well?
I did the BJJ for about a year. I was doing quite a few private one-to-ones with the coach.
Yeah.
But this is how long back it was. The guy who was teaching me was a guy called Paul Rimmer's Next Gen in Liverpool, massive MMA club, and he's a great teacher. And he was a blue belt at the time. And this was like about 2000. It's almost 15 years ago.
Yeah,
so there wasn't that many black belts, especially in the Northwest. Sure. So like the highest one I knew around here there was a couple of blue belts in Liverpool, and the world, and that was it really. I did that for about a year. Did Thai boxing for about 6 months. Because my plan was to do, at the time there used to be a thing called grapple strike, which was basically there was no head strikes, but you could kick and punch the body, and all the groundwork's the same except for head strikes on the floor, from what I can remember. I think they used to do it in some of the warmer places, and that was my goal. So that's why I was advised to do the Thai boxing as well. But then I started getting ill, and I couldn't understand what was going on. I thought it was supplements, so I kept changing my protein brand.
Sure.
So like obviously when you've gone through about 5 different brands, you're thinking, this isn't right. So that's how that ended. Yeah. But I did love it. I love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because I like the strategy. I love the evolution of it, where something new comes out, and then a few months later there's a counter to it, or new setups. And that's
it's constantly evolving, isn't it? Yeah, it's always changing. Yeah, definitely. So the pad feeding then. So lots of people pad feed, but not many people pad feed well, I'd say, or quite a few people don't pad feed particularly well. So what do you think are some of the main aspects of pad feeding and how to be a good pad feeder?
I think it's practice. You need fundamentals first. When I got into the pad work, I loved all of the I do 3 different styles. I've got like a Roger. I can do your normal type of pad work, which is your standard like amateur boxing style pad work, and then I do the speed work, which is more the one I prefer is the Mayweather Senior, and I do the Roger Mayweather system as well. And it depends on the client and what they want, how long they're with me. I choose choose the appropriate style to suit their needs and skill level.
Yeah, sure.
So if you're gonna do pad work, it's just go for, like it's reps. That's it. Just wrap it. Just do the basics, like I said. Just go through it, and then have a look on YouTube. Look at different styles. See which style suits you, and then go from there. Really, but I'll get them hours in. I think I'll probably over 1,000 now. Gotta be.
Yeah. Just get the reps in, get the time in, put the hours in.
Yeah,
definitely.
You get a lot of hand injuries at the start, finger injuries, wrists, and then eventually you kind of, because of the experience. For me anyway, I don't really get hardly any injuries now. So quite.
I think that's just the time that you've built it up, like you've built your muscles up in a certain way, built your tendons, ligaments, etc. I
think so. Yeah. Obviously, your body always adapts to the stresses it's under, and I think it was forced to in my case. So. Ironically, my first sponsor, I used to be sponsored by a company called Pro Box. You've probably heard of them. They're quite a well-known boxing brand. And how I got sponsored by them was I had a hand injury. So I bought paddles, like the little racket type things. So I was using them. And Pro Box asked if you can use the video for the website. So I was like, all right. And then I ended up getting sponsored by them, and that was all because of a hand injury. Luckily enough, and that's how it kind of started.
Funny how things work out, isn't it, sometimes?
Yeah, but
Brilliant. You said you worked with some pretty cool people then. So obviously Lee Charles, you've worked with quite a lot. We interviewed last week. You've interviewed,
Yeah.
you're working with some other people as well. So how did that all come about?
With Lee, because I live by Lee, so I already knew of Lee. I said to Lee, as everyone I've ever met, Lee's the only one I was nervous to meet.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I met loads of people, but because I've known Lee since like for years.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of, he's doing acting and all that, and he's a big guy and all that. And,
yeah.
So when I met him, I was a bit nervous to meet him because, it's like someone I've known of for ages, but I never met or something. Sure. Because he's quite well known, or very well known now, but he's quite well known, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
In the Wirral area where he lives. So I just messaged him and just said, do you fancy meeting up and doing a session together and we'll film it? And he did, he agreed, and we did a session. I recorded it on me. I've got a gimbal and stuff like that. And since I normally train him. Since before the lockdown, pre-lockdown, normally every Friday morning, we train together. So we've just been talking this morning about arranging to meet up again. Actually.
Get back into it now. It's easy.
Yeah, because I haven't done anything since March.
Yeah, how's it been for you? Have you struggled with it, or?
I've enjoyed the break, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what everyone said to me. That's what Lee said as well in the interview last week. He said, "Yeah, time."
We got a similar mentality, mainly. That's why I get on with them so well. Like, what I've done is, because I was lucky enough to do a little movie scene last year for a movie called Tribal Get Out Alive.
Yeah.
Which is should be coming out soon.
Yeah.
Because I did that, I've done 2 other things since then. I did one on lockdown, funny enough, for an action movie.
Yeah.
What I've decided to do was, because my boxing kind of came to a halt.
Yeah.
I thought I'd put my time into the acting side. So
Sure.
I did. So I've been doing online acting courses.
Okay.
I've been doing some both staff. I don't know, every now and again I'll post a little story trying to do the both staff, but that's potentially for a little movie part. And I've got about 3 or I think it's 4 films possibly lined up now for when lockdown finishes. Yeah, so it's while one side of me, the boxing side, came to a stop, I've turned that drive and put it into a different lane, basically pushed towards that. So I'm going to come out better anyway, either way, after this lockdown.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it, isn't it? Yeah, learn something new.
Yeah, I've always got to do that. It's always I want it tomorrow, or I want it now. So
use
I just hustle all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. How did you get involved with Tribal?
I did I met Sarah Piffy and I've trained her.
Yeah.
We did a good 2-hour session, and my friend Adam, Southwell, he's a photographer for Matchroom and videographer for them. Okay. He came along and did loads of content for us.
Perfect, yeah.
And then I trained Tom Dodd as well. He's one of the actors and producers for Tribal. Yeah. And then I seen a casting call for extras and stuff like that. So I messaged Zara, and I was like, I was sitting on the fence about doing it. And yeah, go for it. She goes, I'll get you a fight scene, fight scene with me and all that. So it's like, I thought, yeah, all right. I thought, do live once in it. So
yeah,
that was it really. And yeah, that was it. I just turned up, no experience, but when you've done seminars or taught class,
yeah,
when you've done a few of them, you kind of get used to the standing in front of that awkwardness, of attention on you, and kind of helps. Right? You get kind of numb to it in a way. Yeah. So it kind of. I used to be security for Hollyoaks about 15, 20, well, 18 years ago, so about 2 years. So it's kind of I was used to sets and locations anyway, so it just meant standing on the other side of the camera.
Sure, yeah.
But it's great crew. Really looking forward to seeing that when it comes out.
Perfect. Yeah, good. How did you find it then, actually filming the fight sequences? Did you find it easy? Did you find it hard, challenging?
I think I can't say too much for what the scene I'm in.
Okay.
But I've done a fight card, a little session with Lee once, and I'm quite strict normally on well, I am quite strict on technique. If you ask for clients anyway, always tell them off foot, hand.
yeah.
But when you do anything fight choreography, that's it. It's just forget all that. Everything's just swinging.
Oh, really?
All haymakers, really.
Forget it all. Yeah. Over exaggerate everything. Then.
Yeah. It's an art in itself. So when you teach how to do it precise and technically perfect, and then you do that, it's like day and night. But it's fun. I love learning. I love technique, even if it's in my head wrong technique because of what I teach. I love it. It's like katas and stuff. I love watching from any martial. I love katas. I just think it's brilliant to watch. So it was good, but it was hard. Well, it wasn't hard. It was just it was just jumping in the deep end.
Sure.
But then it's just reps, quickly repping. You just get the basics, the basic movement, and then all you're doing is adding that bit of flavour on top and just making it more.
Bit of spice to it.
Yeah, just make it more polished finish, if you know what I mean. That makes sense.
Excellent. So you obviously enjoyed that quite a lot then. So did you want to go, as soon as you did tribal, do you want to kind of go, I want to go straight into doing more of this?
Yeah, I think I messaged Sarah and just said, I've got, thank you, I said thank you. Everyone was lovely with me, and I said, I think I've got the bug now. Then I just, through my Instagram, actually, I've got 2 other parts through my Instagram, really. So I've joined an agency and stuff like that now. Just a bit more work into it, like I said, with the acting classes and stuff like that, just to give me a bit more, just more tools, really, for the acting, because I haven't got a clue what I was doing. I was just doing what I think they wanted me to do, and
sure.
I'm just trying to build up as much experience as I can.
Amazing. Yeah, so you said you built it up through Instagram then. Is that how it all started for you then? So obviously you got your Instagram tag and then just tried to build followers, tried to build a presence, and then just kind of snowball from there? Yeah,
because obviously with Instagram, it's just marketing. You could be I wouldn't say I'm the best pad person in the UK.
Yeah.
But probably one of the best known ones.
Yeah.
And that's how I've marketed myself. Yeah. And once you get sponsors and stuff like that, they're plugging you. So therefore you brand more exposure. So with doing that, and then obviously with meeting other, high profile people on Instagram or just in life, whichever. Obviously that helps you because you can train. Like I've trained quite a few rugby players. Now I only trained one, and then from that one, I got another one. I got another one. I got another one, and they're all from like different. In fact, I've got another one for when this finishes lockdown. From another rugby team. So yeah, that's it. Really, it's just all snowballs, and it all helped open doors, and it's good. Yeah, it's hard work. Social media.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I'm not as bad now as last year. Like I'd be up to like 2 a.m. Hashtag. Well, just going through hashtags, liking, commenting.
Sure.
Now I'm a bit laid back now. Like on my Instagram, I think the last post it was about 2 weeks ago. Where I think about 4 or 5 a week. I've took a back step on that now.
Yeah. Do you find that when you train in non-martial artists, do you have to adapt your style of pad feeding, or do you just start at the basics again like you do with martial artists? Is there any adaptation or any like different way that you train them?
What I tend to do is I get them to warm up, and then I'll get them to do. Obviously, I'll ask what their experience is, and then I'll get them to do shadow boxing. I always get them to do 2 or 3 rounds of shadow boxing. And the first round, what they do, if they've got loads of bad habits, I'll say to them, can I just record it? Yeah. And I'll record it, and then I'll give them a few pointers to fix. So on the second round, it should be cleaner.
Yeah.
And then on the end of the second one, I'll say, fix this or fix that. Now I'll add something else in, so do like just little gentle fixes.
Yeah, sure.
Rather than everything in one round, I give them a couple of rounds, and then I'll record the third round. Yeah, and then I'll record the third round, and I'll go, here's your improvement already from the first round, and there's the third round. Because even if, I've had people who've been doing whatever martial art for ages, for a couple of years or whichever, and they might have poor defense. Every time you throw a punch, you never protect the head. So, yeah, and then I'll go from there, really. If they're quite quick, then I'll switch I'll probably do the Mayweather. I'll do a basic round with them, or two, which is just, you jab cross, all that stuff. And if I find that they're quite quick, then we'll switch to the Mayweather senior style, the speed system, I call it. If they're going to be booking 10 sessions with me, then I'll suggest you want to do some of the Roger Mayweather system, because that's quite hard to learn at first. But once you learn it, it's pretty easy. But you've always got to do the basics with the fast stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But whatever I post on social media, I'll post normally what looks good.
Yeah,
general, everyone. Obviously, with that, you get a bit of hate. Oh, it's flash pad work, and but I'm showing 1 minute off a 1 hour session.
Sure, yeah.
So I change it slightly depending on skill level. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think if you do any type of martial arts where it's pad feeding, taekwondo, karate, anything like that, and you put stuff out there, you're always going to get someone somewhere saying something. You could be the best in the world, and there'll always be one keyboard warrior. So how do you usually deal with them?
Me, the one I to be honest, I'll probably get a lot now.
Okay.
But the one I normally get is speed my videos up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I've had that about 5 times now.
Right, okay.
And I just put back, thanks for the compliment.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah, if it looks good, it's fast. If it's not, cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
I've got my normal joke is I've got Instagram fitness, so I can do that speed for 1 minute. I'm knackered. As soon as that video clip finishes, I'm normally blowing up my backside.
Yeah, you're breathing out.
one round Van Down. You got 1 round fitness.
Yeah, amazing. What's the plans for the future then? So you said you've got a few clients like sorted for when lockdown kind of eases. You've got maybe some film stuff as well. So yeah, what's the plans for you, bud?
Yeah, start easing my boxing sessions back into with the boxing. I'm happy with just doing my one-to-ones. I'll probably just carry on doing as I'm doing it. I've got my regulars, and I love them. I like the consistency. I love seeing the progress from a teacher's side. As you know yourself, a teacher.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, like this, what we're doing now. When I get this, the guys who do professional sports or whichever they do, when I get to see them, do sessions with them, I get to have a chat with them, I do a session with them. So it's just great to meet them, to have the conversation. It's like basically like a podcast.
Yeah,
but we do hard work, and you get a couple of little
podcast.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just a good way to meet people, chat to them, and they get fit, they get a little bit better, and they go back tell the mates, and then I get normally recommendations, and then I train like someone else then through them. So that's my plan with the boxing. Just carry on with that, really. And then with the acting, I just want to try and get. My goal was to get 10 projects by the end of the year. That was my goal until COVID-19.
Till the world stopped. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my goal. I've got 2 kids, so I'd like to give them loads of cool stuff to, remember me by.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, I've got Crohn's, so I've nearly died twice now because of it. I've had loads of major surgery. That's why I did the pad work. So when I went on the Instagram, I couldn't spar or anything like that. I couldn't do BJJ. Because I was really ill. I didn't realise how ill I was. Everyone else did, but I was in my own little bubble.
Yeah.
I've lost loads of weight. So I had to have 4 lots of surgery over like 6-7 months.
Wow.
I wouldn't mind on the Friday. I was doing BJJ with 2 guys in the gym in my work on the Friday. Sunday I was in hospital for the surgery. Yeah. And I felt dead weak on the Friday. I couldn't understand what was wrong. But, so yeah, with the Crohn's, that's why with the kids, when this is all bonus to me.
Yeah.
So I'm just everything what comes my way, and I think it's cool. I just do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just grab it. Amazing. All right. Thank you so much, Steve, for coming on. Really, really appreciate it, mate. Good luck with it all. We'll probably have a chat in a year or so, see how you've got on again. Have a little catch-up session. Okay. Yeah, no worries. All right. Thank you, Steve. Bye-bye.